Hello, this is Zwartrevenge, bringing my first Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. It is a 1600 point game of High Elves versus Dark Elves. The High Elves start deploying. On the extreme right flank you have 15 Phoenix Guard without a musician and the Banner of Sorcery, which gives D3 power die each magic phase. Next we have 20 Sword Masters hiding behind the forest. They have full command and the Banner of Eternal Flame, giving them flaming attacks, and a Noble with the Sacred Incense, which gives -1 to hit for shooting. Next we have 19 Spear Elves with full command, accompanied with the Archmage, level 4 in the Lore of Life, with the Book of Hoeth, which means it is irresistible as soon as there is a double. For spells he rolled up Dwellers Below, Regrowth, Throne of Vines, and Flesh to Stone. Next we have an eagle in front of the tower and another eagle on the extreme left flank. For Dark Elf deployment we have on his extreme left flank we have 14 Corsairs, the Hydra behind the ruin, unfortunately placed, 27 Spearmen with full command, shields, and the Banner of Murder, which gives them armor piercing. They are accompanied by a Supreme Sorceress level 4 in Dark Magic with the Sacrificial Dagger, which he unfortunately forgot to use the whole game. For spells, the Sorceress rolled Chillwind, Doombolt, Blade Wind, and Soul Stealer. Not the spells you were hoping for, but you'll have to do. Beside that, we have 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers, excuse me, and the back. Yes, those are 2, but we lack the models. And beside that, we have 20 Repeater Crossbowmen with full command and shields, and the Assassin figure is another Sorceress, level 2, and the Lore of Fire, and with the spells Fireball and Sword of Ruin. It also has Guiding Eye, which is 1 turn they can, I think, reroll their 2 hits for shooting, and the Dark Star Cloak. This is an overview of the battlefield, and he also deployed the 15 Shades using their scout behind the tower. Yes, not in the tower, because the eagle was within 12 inches. That was nicely placed from the High Elves. And yeah, the Shades have great weapons and light armor. The Dark Elves roll turn 1, and we shall start with that. In the movement, yes, I will be showing the end of the phase every picture. So as you can see, they move the Hydra forward and the Shades into the building. For the magic phase, he tried to cast a greater fireball onto the Sword Masters, but that was dispelled, and he failed to cast Power of Darkness. The Shades shot at the Sword Masters, but due to the Sacred Incense and soft cover, they needed 7s to hit, and only managed to kill 1. Next was the High Elf turn 1. Yes, the 20 Spearmen charge the Shades and lose 3 men in the stand and shoot. The magic phase, the Throne of Vines was cast onto the mage itself, making the Flesh to Stone, which was cast next, giving +4, yes, +4, giving them a defense of 7, the Spear Elves charging the Shades. And in combat, the Spear Elves owned the Shades, killing 4 and losing none, but due to being skirmishers inside a building, they were stubborn and passed their leadership test. So Dark Elf turn 2, we start with After the movement phase, the sorceress blew herself up, casting Soul Stealer on the Swordsmaster unit, killing 3 Swordsmasters, but rolling a 3 on the miscast table, and resulting in the large blast of strength 10 being placed above the sorceress, taking 15 spearmen with it. 15. He was lucky enough not to lose the sorceress, and next we have the shooting phase, in which the Hydra marched forward and unleashed its breath attack upon the Swordmasters, resulting in 12 kills as it is still strength 5. Again, a huge massacre. And the crossbowmen took down the eagle, and the bolt throwers shot at the mage's unit, killing 3 spearmen. Here you can see an overview. Yes, the shades moved out of the building, not wanting to confront the spearman again, as he will probably just cast Flesh to Stone once again. Next we have the High Elf turn 2. This is the end of the turn. The eagle on the extreme left, behind the forest here, charged the crossbowman, but only rolled a 5, and it needed a 6, so that didn't make it. The mage's spearman unit charged the Dark Elf spearman, but only rolled a 2, needing a 9 or something, so, but only moving 1 inch forward. And the Phoenix Guard just keep on moving forward. In the magic phase, the Swordmaster, the mage cast Regrowth on the Swordmasters, restoring 4 to their unit, and the Swordmasters charged the Hydra naturally. And you might think they are gone, but no, they won the combat quite decisively, as they have the Always Strikes First and Flaming attacks on strength 6, meaning that the Hydra neither had a armor save nor a regen save, and where they are in between the tower and the sword and the spearmen. Yes, they overran of 12 inches and ended up standing there. Next we have the Dark Elf turn 3, and once again this is the end of the phase, the end of the turn I mean. They dispelled Throne of Vines and cast the greater fireball on the Swordmasters, annihilating the unit, and the Shades picked off the remaining noble. Next, the repeater crossbowmen shot at the spearmen, killing 13 of them, and the bolt throwers kill another 3 of the mage's spearman unit. Yes, and the mage spearmen of the Dark Elves wheeled backwards, exposing their flank to the Phoenix Guard, but keeping the sorceress out of combat so that she doesn't die. Next we have High Elf turn 3. The eagle manages to charge the crossbowmen and kill the sorceress. The Phoenix Guard charged the spearman, and the spearman with the mage in it just marched forward. And for the magic phase, they managed to cast Throne of Vines once again at an irresistible double 6, but Throne of Vines give them a 2+ ward save against irresistible, against miscasts, and they managed to take it. And they also cast Dwellers Below onto the Shades unit, killing 9. But once again, this was a miscast, and they failed to take the 2+ ward save, and rolled a 7 for that. So that meant the mage was lost so many mage levels, and at the end it was just a level 1 mage with only one spell left or something, I don't remember. And well, the combat, we already discussed the eagle, and the crossbowman managed to do a combat reform. The Phoenix Guard only killed three of the Dark Elf spearmen, and they didn't break. They rolled a 3 for their leadership test, which was all they needed, and so they held. Next we have the Dark Elf turn 4. Once again, the Throne of Vines was dispelled, and no charges were committed. But in the first the magic phase, all they did was dispel Throne of Vines. In the shooting phase, the 2 remaining shades shot off another spearman, leaving only the command group remaining. The bolt throwers got 5 spearmen from the mage unit this time, and the Phoenix Guard kill a whopping 7 spearmen, causing them to break, but they cannot catch them up. You might think this is good, but actually it is in the favor of the High Elves. As you can see in High Elf turn 4, there's a lot missing, as the Phoenix Guard charged the fleeing sorceress, causing them to automatically make a flee reaction, running them off the table. Then they redirected the charge into the bolt throwers and overrunning off the table, leaving nothing for the Dark Elf player to shoot or at or get into combat with, but that wasn't what they wanted. And the High Elves moved their mage unit behind the ruins, and their remaining 3 spearmen, keeping the points of the whole unit intact, into the building and casting Flesh to Stone on them once again. Next we have the Dark Elf turn 5. The Corsairs try to get around to maybe charge the mage unit in the 6th turn. The Shades shoot at the mage unit, but don't really do anything. And the crossbowmen move to shoot at the remaining 3 spearmen inside the building with Flesh to Stone. They lose 2 to dangerous terrain. It was of the forest. It was a venom thicket, but poison doesn't help on the shooting. And once again they needed 7s to hit, and didn't manage to kill any of them. And this is probably the last picture, as nothing can happen when we have High Elf turn 5, and all he could do was march his Phoenix Guard. Well, not march, he just returned to the table and made a movement of 5 inches forward, and he moved the mage's unit behind the ruins, out of sight from the Corsairs. And this was endgame, as all the Dark Elf player could do was run away from the Phoenix Guard for a remaining turn, staying out of the charge range, as they could not kill anything off. As the crossbowmen tried to charge the tower, but they needed an 11, and of course they didn't make it. So this was the end of the battle. It ended with a victory for the High Elves, as they still had the general and the most expensive units, both beside the Swordsmasters. But overall, only the 2 Eagles were lost and the Swordmasters. The rest of the points were still intact, and they didn't even get the banner of the Swordsmasters, as they were gunned down. I don't think it was a crushing victory, but it was definitely a sound victory for the High Elves. And that concludes my first battle report, so I hope you enjoyed it, and well, maybe to the next time. Bye.